Alex, you had mentioned on our break that you were the master of playing through this game the most quickly.
That's right.
I think you should talk about that because when I played this game, I think it took me a couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in playing the remastered version to see how long it takes me. I think it'll be, 12 hours or more, but when we were in test, obviously we're playing it, every single day, so we know it inside and out, but when a brand new build came down, we always had to play through from beginning to end, and I was the person that always ended up doing that because I could do it the fastest, and I got down to just a little over an hour playthrough time. I want to say like an hour and 10 minutes was my fastest time. Yeah, it was something else. I mean, I knew the whole game, like, instinctually, and now I barely remember any of it.
You must have been able to skip through cutscenes or something.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah,
and you can skip dialogue too.
I think the cutscene tape that we received, so we could watch them. I want to say it was almost 2 hours long.
Oh,
It was
cool.
It was like an hour and 45 minutes or
Yeah.
something.
That's
yeah,
really
good
cool.
lord.
I'd like to watch that. I mean, I guess we're watching it right now.
Of course you can always play adventure games in like an hour or something, but why would you? The joy of this game is just exploring every bit of dialogue and everything that I still kind of miss, even after playing this game for multiple times. I'm still discovering new stuff. But this is the end of the road, the last trek in the journey of the soul. This is the gate to heaven or hell, I think. I don't know how this works. And Glottis got sick. Where did he go? Was he here? Where did he go, actually? Was he in here? Oh, he was up there, but we have something in here as well.
Oh, Glottis would love these. Nothing in the cab but donut boxes and coffee-to-go cups.
Donut boxes and coffee-to-go cups. Are they policemen in the land of the dead?
I love those cars. You don't even get to see them in the game much, but there's some neat concept art of them. They have pipes coming out the side of them, which is weird. It's like Glottis fixed them up. But I think they're based on some actual like snowcat combined with a panel truck. That's because like we'd have this list of things that are going to be in the game, and nothing was just like made. Make a truck. It was like, no, let's get Peter Chan design what a cool snowcat truck would look like in the 30s, but also kind of Mayan in a weird way, and
Yeah, it is kind of Mayan. That's funny.
like, everything would get designed.
Now, remember at the sort of start-ish of the game, we mailed someone in a coffin with a cup?
It's funny because Pete was always great at knowing. Not only would he know it was going to slip, he would always say, no, and then he'd spew out a date, and he was always within weeks. He always, and sometimes that date was way past where we were being told the date was. In fact, it always was. But he was always right, and I don't know if it was just a sixth sense or if it was
Well, I
him
remember
putting it
I
together.
remember specifically what you're talking about. I'm not going to be completely correct, but early in the year, I predicted that it would be June.
Yeah.
Which is about 2 months past our deadline, and I felt very bold
Yeah.
doing that.
Totally.
But I felt pretty on solid ground doing that. Of course, this was internal, just within the sound group.
Yeah, we never
wouldn't
would say
share
that
this
to you.
with other people. And Pete immediately fired back, Day of the Dead. We all said, what? Day of the Dead. What is that, November 4th?
Yeah, like 4th or
Yeah.
5th?
Yeah.
November 5th.
And so, you know what? He was within, we'd have to look at Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Do you remember the release date? I don't
Oh,
remember.
it was October 20...
He
oh,
was,
man.
he
it
was,
Close enough.
he was
It was
within
October.
a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He was within a couple of weeks, and that was about March that he did that.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's quite amazing
Yeah.
that he was able to see that distance. I don't know how he did it, but he said it with conviction too. That's the funniest thing of all, and he ended up being right.
So they had a deadline to produce this game in March, and they released it in October. You can realize the amount of work that got put into this. But, hey, dude that we mailed. It's incredible. The mailing system takes 4 years to get here. 4 fucking years.
Looks like standard DOD issue.
Hey, dude.
Bruno Martinez? You were the guy who packed me in there. You could have at least given me a magazine. 4 years with nothing to read but this damn mug. What are you doing here? And if you were headed this way, why didn't you offer me a lift? Ah! Wait, I'm getting out of here. This world's for suckers.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't exactly plan on arriving here until my third year or something.
That's no place to put a mug. There's some packing foam in here with a Bruno-shaped dent in it.
Bruno-shaped dent in it. Lovely. We're gonna need that mug. Today is the last day of the rest of your life. Yep, it's pretty accurate. Okay, let's see what Glottis did, because he didn't exactly seem like himself. Like his cheery little self.
Manny!
What's
Yeah?
wrong?
Go up there and see!
Yeah, I was going there.
Where is everybody?
Waiting area 2.
How long do they have to wait in there?
Until they have tickets. They were issued tickets on the number 9, and they don't have them now. The punishment for selling double-end tickets is very severe.
They didn't sell their tickets. Their tickets were stolen.
By who?
Hector LeMonaaAADE stole them to sell to rich people who don't deserve them.
That might be them now. Let's see just what they deserve.
The guy who played these Peruvian flutes, I believe, is from Peru. To look at the credits again, he lives in the mission. It's like the whole Grimm score lives in the mission.
So even if you use one of the stolen golden and tickets, it just doesn't matter because it's your soul, and this gatekeeper and the whole gate system with heaven and hell knows where you belong. So it was basically a faulty plan from the start, except for Hector LeMonaaAADE, because he still gets the money and he has no intention of going to hell, you know?
What happened to that train?
Your destiny cannot be purchased.
Well, he said it in fewer words than I did. Thanks, gatekeeper.
I don't understand. Why has everyone been detained?
Given a ticket, a soul may not sell it.
But they didn't sell the tickets. You don't get it. They were stolen, man. They're innocent.
They didn't sell their tickets. Someone else is trying to.
Bring the tickets. That is all.
The tickets are in El Morro. How can I get there quickly?
These rails are already there.
Well, thanks for the help.
The gate opens. The gate closes. It does not help.
Yep, the gate apparently does not care whether you're innocent or not. You lost your ticket, even if it isn't their fault, asshole. But yeah, back to Glottis.
Recently, I was visited by a bird with a human head. Do you know such a bird, Manuel Calavera?
No. How do you know my...
He knew you, and for you he left this note.
It looks a little ungainly, but I bet that hat is really warm.
What? I wasn't looking at the hat. Look at the fucking paper, man.
I think this is something I should keep to myself.
I want you to read it.
I know what you're up to. I've been watching. Stay there. I'm coming to sprout you myself. Yours truly, Hector LeMonaaAADE. Híjole.
Híjole. So Hector is coming after us, basically. And yeah, the pigeon with the human head, it wasn't one of Salvador's messengers, it was Hector's messengers. I know what you're up to. We're gonna use that, though. That paper has multiple uses. Right. Back to Glottis. I want to see what's up with him. Sorry for making you guys wait so much.
Glottis.
Hear the name of the Great One. Glottis.
What's happening?
How many days has this grand demon gone without driving?
But we've been hiking for months.
Months? Months? Oh, then the noble one will surely die.
But...
You know, Leslie, I remember how you worked to keep everyone together and to help the team snuff out bugs and get this thing finished up. And I have to confess something after all these years, that as we would observe bugs in the game, that translated merely to us as, okay, fellas, we have more time. Let's get back to work.
Yeah.
Let's make this stuff even better. And so we'd see someone's head float off their body and just exit the screen while their body continued to remain on screen. And we'd say, that's at least another month.
So that's how you got more time.
We knew what the schedule was by just simply playing the game.
Very tricky. But poor Glottis. You see these little tiny demons that look like mini versions of Glottis? They work here, apparently. And if you do not do the job that you were meant to do as a demon in this land, you die. So you have to drive, and you have to operate elevators or whatever job you were given specifically to do. Poor Glottis.
Glottis, I'm sorry. Manny. Why didn't you tell me you were sick?
Couldn't stop. Have to save everyone.
Are you in much pain, my friend?
Only because I let you down, Manny.
What can I get you? Will anything help?
I need to race to fly like the old days, Manny. In the bone wagon.
But the bone wagon's not here, carnal.
Maybe I'll see her on the other side.
So even the demons go to the other side. Otherwise, they live forever in this land? I don't really know how demon livelihood goes on in this realm. It's not really explained at all.
Can't we make a new hot rod?
Those days are done, Manny. No more hot rod. Hey, what's that red thing?
The gondola?
Sweet decal work. Listen, fellas, somebody get a pen. There it is. My final work. It could save me if you have the right... the right... fuel.
What fuel, Glottis? Glottis!
We pretty much have fuel around us, as far as I can see.
It looks like blueprints for a rocket sled. They're brilliant.
Of course, Glottis made them. I can't even talk to Meche. God damn it.
It looks like blueprints for a rocket sled. They're brilliant.
So in order to save our friend Glottis, we need to build a rocket sled. How are we gonna do that?
Hey, how about a gondola ride, gremlins?
He's too big. The gondola is too slow.
Oh, he needs to go fast, real fast, to recover from this. I better put whatever I'm holding in my pocket. Right, so we need to build a rocket ship, and these little mini demons are gonna help me, but I need to get the right fuel. No. I want to go down here. What was that?
Well, it's good to know they recycle oil out here at the end of the world.
What am I holding? What the hell? That stupid mug. Put it away. Okay, he really doesn't want... He's not holding anything, though. Okay.
My joints don't need any oiling right now.
You can hear your brother's charango in this. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was a second ago. I think I heard it. It's somewhere in the mine train station music.
That's pretty cool. He got his whole family involved in this. Right. Saving Glottis. First priority. What the hell are you holding? You see that he's not holding anything? Well, fine. You can hold the mug now. Jesus.
There was somebody that will remain nameless, but I remember they said, because they'd come out of advertising, and they said, well, there's 3 types of animation. There are dogs and cats who chase each other. There are dogs and cats that talk to each other. And then there are logos that spin around. Those are the 3 types of animation. So I guess we need to put
that made
chains.
one potentially amazing animator quit.
Yes.
That
And
ended
come
up
to
being
Pixar.
a soup at Pixar. So
Yes.
you can do your own homework to find out who that was.
I have no idea what they're talking about, but probably someone very famous. Nice.
That's no place to put a mug.
Oh, finally, you stopped holding the air.
Your mother doesn't work here. Since nobody listened to my last warning about keeping this refrigerator clean, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to lock it until some of you grow up. Signed, the Facilities Department. Your mother doesn't... I'm afraid I'm gonna have to lock it until some of you grow up.
So the mini demons got mad that they weren't cleaning up the place. Your mother doesn't work here. Oh, another mug. Can I pick this up?
It's the mug rack at the end of the world.
That was a lot more dramatic than I remember. The mug rack from the end of the world.
I hate it when people leave their crusty mugs out in the break room.
Oh my god, I hate that too. So much. When I was in college, there was like this shared kitchen space in our school. And at the end of the day, seriously, there were about 50 mugs in there. Nobody fucking washed their mugs. They were like, hey, there's a cleaning lady anyway. Might as well leave all of the fucking mugs and be super dirty. Your mother doesn't work here.
There's a note next to this toaster. To avoid further mishaps, please butter your English muffins after you toast them. Facilities.
So they were putting butter on toast and then putting it in the toaster? The hell is wrong with these demons? So why did I put the mug in the mug rack? It's a nice thing to do because that's where it belongs, but why?
Sadly, I have no mug to hang.
But I want the mug. Thank you.
How eerie. They have the same tool cabinets as Glottis. How eerie. They lock up their tools just like Glottis.
Maybe they're his brothers or something. Or his cult followers. So these are locked, basically. I need to find something that's around here. But I do not see it. What if I put the mug in the toaster?
That's no place to put a mug.
Fine. Just leave it there for now.
I hate it when people leave their crusty mugs out in the break room.
I know. Meche, why can't I talk to you? What's upstairs? I talked to you, right? My friend is sick.
My friend is sick. Can you help us?
1,000 demons have died upon delivering the souls they were created to protect.
Well, thanks for the help.
The gate opens. The gate closes. It does not help.
Yeah, so you basically don't do anything. You tell us that, oh, he's gonna die. It's just a natural way of things. So what do we have here? Except incredibly well-made wall art. Did we come from here? I don't remember this part. Oh, yeah, okay, that's the door. Never mind. Oh, hey, Chupito, you made it, and you're still going in circles.
Oh, not again.
Are you okay? You don't have to do that anymore.
Hey, how'd you get free?
I was born free, Boatnik. Nobody gave me no ticket, so nobody can take it away.
So what are you pacing around here for?
Trying to unwind a little bit. All those years circling in one direction. Gotta even out my life in this world before I go on to the next, you know. Well, that ought to do her.
Goodbye, Chupito.
Happy trails, Captain. And thanks for setting me straight back there in the drink. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under some seaweed. No, I'm gonna let it shine.
Goodbye, buddy. Hope to see you someday again. So Chupito's gone, he has passed on. That's the end of the road. And it's kind of weird because I always thought Chupito was, you know, a good guy that should have gotten a double N ticket. But apparently not. He did have to walk all the way. Apparently he did something wrong, even though he was, as far as I understood it, murdered on a boat because the other person was starving and then probably ate Chupito. It's kind of grim, isn't it?
Now that's the ashtray that is the very first shot of the game and the very last shot of the game are the same, just like in Sugarland Express. So the shot of the little figurines around that ashtray is the same as the band that stands around this fountain later.
Right.
That's how you prove that you took at least one film school class in college. You make the first shot the same as the last shot. Basic stuff.
I think it's pretty classy, you know? First shot of the game and the last shot is the same. It's you know, like a circle. It's beautiful. Actually, look at this. I never looked at the exit. Can I go there?
I could actually do it. I could walk out of this world right now and not look back. But I can't. I can't do it. I'm not leaving without the people I promised to save.
So you are free to leave this world even without the ticket then. But I thought the gatekeeper said you can't pass on unless you have the ticket. Okay then, yeah, we can't leave. We have still too many people depending on us.
I remember what you said once about playing, I think it was the Day of the Dead theme, and you got the band to play it, and then you asked them like, hey guys, would you, is there something you might play, like in your own band? And they said, maybe on Halloween.
Yeah, that's right.
Which it doesn't sound like a Halloween piece of music to me, but I guess they were just saying it was freaky.
Yeah.
Or unusual.
Really works for Halloween. Yeah, it's freaky enough. Now, let's go back to saving all the people. And I remembered what I had to do. And it was very obvious, and then I need to go back to the kitchen. I just needed to open a drawer.
It's full of rags.
Yep, pick one up, Manny.
Always a good idea to have a clean rag around.
Yep, and it's always a good idea to start fires.
Happiness is a warm rag.
I do know what I have to do, but I just wanted to do that because happiness is indeed a warm rag. Nice and toasty. But no, what we actually have to do is provide fuel for the rocket ship or something. And we have to dunk it in oil.
This better not stain my pocket.
Oh, don't worry, Manny. What the hell? What is this? It's like a weird shadow. What is casting that shadow? What the hell? Looks like an alien. Meche, is that your shadow? It can't reach that far. What is in there? Huh. Very strange. But now we start a fire.
What was in that mug? Something that powerful could fuel a rocket. If only we had more.
Well, I could score you a couple of truckloads if you're interested.
We shoot you now like an arrow into the wind. May you pierce the heart of the wind itself and drink the blood of flight. Speed is the food of the great Glottis. Speed bring you life. Come back to us someday.
Hey, look! We're already to Rubacaba!
Manny? Manny? Manny, where are you? Manny, I'm frightened! Rubicava! What a town! Remember the glory days, Manny?
Long gone, my friend. There's nothing here for us now.
Except maybe our old car.
Dios mío!
She's been...
booby-trapped.
By who? Who?
Who? I wonder who could it be that set all these dominoes here and booby-trapped her car? Who?
Don't panic.
Yeah, this is Alan Blumenfeld's, who really brought a lot of heart to Glottis.
Yeah, totally.
He's just a real sweetheart.
Oh, yeah.
A real sweetheart. Glottis has to be one of my favorite sidekick characters ever. I think he could just do an excellent job by himself.
Those dominoes are like one long fuse.
Mm-hmm. Very intricate, and I imagine very beautiful if you were to destroy the car.
I'm not setting foot down there. The slightest bump could start those dominoes tumbling.
Someone told me like this was the moment they cried in the game, just hearing how scared Glottis was in the scene, because he gets really frightened. And it's actually a reference to a claim that a babysitter made about me when they were babysitting me. They had said, "Oh, gee, you were so..." Someone told me like this was the moment they cried in the game, just hearing how scared Glottis was in the scene, because he gets really frightened. And it's actually a reference to a claim that a babysitter made about me when they were babysitting me. They had said, "Oh, gee, you were so scared when your parents..." You would sit there and you'd say, "Mother, mother, I'm frightened." And I was like, no, okay, first of all, I never said that. I never said mother.
Yeah, that's suspicious right there.
But it got to be this family joke. "Mother, I'm frightened, mother." And so that line actually got in the game.
Mother, mother, I'm frightened. I'm so frightened. But we have to save the car, because it's our car, it's our bone wagon, and it's the ticket out of here, basically. And Glottis is not going to let us leave without it again.
Don't panic.
I just wanted to hear that again. How are you doing, Meche?
Looks like Domino left his calling card.
But how? I saw him torn to shreds.
He must have done this on his last trip through town.
Even though he was torn to shreds, I mean, you can still survive as a decapitated head or something, because you can be disemboweled and stuff, and you'd be fine. He's just like a pile of bones on the seabed. He's fine. He's probably not dead, though. That's worrying. Alright, so what do we have to do back in Rubicava, where we're probably on a wanted list or something? I would like to talk to the captain, I think.
Well, I think it's one of the real challenges for adventure games, because so many things you make for an adventure game are single use. Like single use animation, single use scenes, single use textures. They're all like you do a first person shooter, you do, adventure game, like a platform or something like that. There's so many animations that get reused so many times throughout the whole game. And an adventure game, a huge amount of it is just custom throwaway, meant to be seen, once or twice, and occasionally, all the time, like walk cycles. But it's not like Mario. At the time they were doing Mario 64, and it's like Mario has a ridiculous number of animations, but it's a finite set, and it's like they can all be loaded at all times. In this game, you have to dynamically load all the animations as they're needed, and you have to make sure they're available before they're triggered, so you don't get these glitches, and while you wait for them. And a lot of them they're thrown away. They have to get, every single one has to be individually processed by a human to get them into the game and potentially rigged up. And that's one of the challenges of making adventure games, is that you have all these sort of custom things and you want to reuse them as much as possible. But in order to do that, you have to automate a lot of stuff, automate as much processing as you can. But you still have to have that ability to fix things, in film, we'll fix it in post. It's the same kind of thing. It's like, we'll fix it in the engine, or we'll fix it in the tool, as opposed to we'll fix it in the source art.
And that's the, like you can walk to any room you want, and like all the little one-off assets. I think that's a unique challenge, technically, to adventure games that a lot of other games, other genres don't really have to address. But we're constantly like loading in custom stuff and kicking custom stuff out. And on this game, memory is tight. You walk into this room and we need 16-bit flipbooks of doors opening and closing, and one-off animations of you may go and play the piano, you may not go and play the piano, and there's all this technical kind of tomfoolery going on of trying to get the content that maybe that somebody
Might
made
be used.
might be used, might not be used. You might just be running through this room to some other room,
place, yeah.
and it's not like loading up a level in a first-person shooter where you're like, okay, I know what's going to be in front of the user at any one point in time, and we're going to use the same bad guy 50 times over. So I just need to get the stuff to run the bad guy in memory. This was this constant dance of like just-in-time loading and management of stuff, because you could walk into this room and spend 10 minutes in this room and explore every bit of content that this room could offer you, or you could just be running through on your way to somewhere else.
Back to this other puzzle.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's kind of a thing that I wanted to mention as well. Is like in adventure games, especially this one, once you were done with an area like Rubikava or El Marrow, I thought you were done with it and you just progressed to the next area of the game, like the ship and the edge of the world. But I was very surprised when I actually ended up at the edge of the world and had to retrace my steps to pick up stuff that I left behind. All story driven, of course, but it was very surprising.
Actually, I think it was funny when you came in and you were all excited about working on this game. Like, I really like adventure games. I want to do this kind of thing. I want drama in games. And I think about Telltale, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's pretty much in keeping. It was a long time ago. But I remember when you came in, it was like your game that you had worked on was like a helicopter game. Where you
Helicopters.
Helicopters. And it was like as far different from this as you could possibly imagine a game would be. And I would not have imagined that a person who worked on helicopters was actually interested in adventure games.
There weren't any games like this. All I wanted to do was play with little people and computers, and I had gotten to the point where I almost ended up working on a baseball game because that was the closest thing I could find to little people and computers. And that's when I saw this. I was just like, it doesn't matter. I have to work on this.
Helicops. I'd never heard of that game, but it's probably very different from an adventure game. Now, where was the captain guy? Oh, there he is. Hello again.
Manuel Calavera? Well, what happened to the Limbo? Hate to tell you, Velasco, but she went down at the Pearl. But we found a new ship, the SS La Mancha, and managed to... The La Mancha? My old rusty bucket. Where is she? Oh, well, we traded her in Puerto Zapato for a team of sled dogs. That does it. I'm out of this stinking mob town. But... Thanks for finding my baby, Manny. Puerto Zapato, here I come. Mob town?
Tim, how come you know so much about neurosis and psychosis? It's really
I don't know if this is all. Striking. I don't know if any of this is legitimate psychological knowledge or just what I learned from movies.
Well, speaking as sort of a crazy guy myself, it rings true to me.
You'd think after 2 years he'd have the little SS Lumbago's lifeboats on at least.
Nope. It's a very slow process, and we're gonna steal it.
Maybe I'll just finish this for him.
Or maybe I'll just use it for something else. But yeah, we told him that we found his ship baby. And he's gonna be safe from this mob town. He's gonna make it. He's gonna lead a nicer life, I guess, with the SS La Mancha. And probably pass on at some point. But there is a reason why I needed that bottle. And man, there's a lot of director commentary at sort of the end of the game.
I think I offended Tim once when I said, Tim, you should write scripts for movies. This is such a great idea. And Tim said, I make video games. I want to make video games. Why are you telling me to do something different? And I felt bad.
You cried that time?
No, I only cry at night, late at night. But
Tim was often at the office at nighttime. I remember him.
Oh yes,
locking his office door and me trying to peek in between the curtains he laid over top of the glass, and he would be in there for days.
Wow.
His writing. Yeah.
Yes.
When he finally got down to doing the dialogue stuff, I remember that it was always like a pressure valve that blew on him at one time or another, and he would just lock himself in and churn out this amazing dialogue.
No, I mean, I think Tim was a very intimidating person. To try and be funny around Tim was hard because he was so funny, and I never felt like I kind of rose to.
I relied on my funny Canadianness,
right?
And my looks. That was enough.
I think it was, yes, your biting wit.
I think I bested him one time with a facial expression that was not intentional.
What was the expression? Can you do it for the people on the commentary?
You'll see it in the game if you look hard enough.
Good Lord.
Amazing.
I don't know what facial expression he's talking about. I really want to know now. God damn it. You and your inside jokes. But yeah, I'm kind of the same. If I feel like working and I get this great idea, I tend to not stop working on it for at least 14 hours, and I can't, if I'm broken out of that bubble, it's gone. The idea is gone, the mood is gone, I don't feel like doing it anymore.
But it was great. I mean, Grimm is definitely still sort of the most satisfying project I think I've ever worked on. It was just a lot of fun, and you know, Cuban actors, American actors, Irish actors, a guy from Hungary, you know, just all over the place, just to bring that sort of diversity to it.
I remember some trickle-down drama from upstairs in the test pit towards the end where things didn't seem to be getting done as fast as whomever wanted them to be getting done, you know? And I just remember, like, there was some question as to whether or not we'd have to cut a bunch of scenes or even a whole year from the game, you know, or something, because stuff wasn't coming in.
That was terrifying.
Yeah.
What do you mean cutting out a whole year? That was the 4-year journey of the soul. You can just cut that shit out, man. But there's a huge keg in here, and we won.
Coffin shooter 1, 2, 3, just pour, chill, and serve.
Lovely. That knockout drink. You might notice that there's no one around. Remember how that bar was full? Not anymore. Something's going on in this town.
I would, but I hate sucking gelatin straight from the tap.
Yeah, it sounds kind of gross, but I guess it's their form of jello shots or something. So what do we have on us that we could... Okay, we're gonna ruin the boat, I think.
That's what the lumbago diorama needed. Fake ocean water.
I get a... Yo, that looks really lovely. It's very purple. Can I get a close-up of that? Yep, the ship is pretty much gone. Poor Velasco. He was working on that ship for like more than 4 years.
Calavera, what are you doing here? I heard you went pow in Zapato, Daddy.
Well, Hector Le Mans tried and missed. Now it's my turn. I'm headed to El Maro to put him out of business.
Manny, that place has changed. You don't know what you're getting into. I'd better come with you. Just give me a minute to get ready.
Okay, but if you hear a loud explosion anytime soon, the trip's off.
Now, this always took me by surprise because I never had plans to take Olivia with me, and she just like jumps on ship and wants to join. And I don't really want to take her with me. But I guess I have to now. So we got a full bottle of booze. Remember the effects of that drink? You had one shot and you were knocked out. Now, remember that we had a certain friend that loved to drink? Glottis, I got you a treat. You are going to love it. A bit too much.
What's that? It's, lumbago lemonade. Try it.
Perkly little aperitif, actually. Yes, sirree. Not bad tall. Tell me where you got that right now!
Olivia's kitchen.
Lumbago lemonade!
Manny, aren't we in a hurry?
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Oh, poor Glottis. Oh dear.
My stomach don't stretch like it used to.
Oh, Glottis.
Oh, Glottis, did you drink that whole keg? You did, didn't you?
So what is that stuff they pack canned hams in anyway? Good show, my friend.
You wouldn't happen to have a breath mint on you, I suppose?
I'm afraid I don't. Sorry, Glottis. But there was a point to this. And not just to see Glottis throw up everything that he has ever eaten ever.
It's not gelling.
It can't gel now. It got all nice and warm in my belly.
The fuck? Got all nice and warm in my belly.
I'm really not sticking my hand in there now.
Okay, so this is what Glottis threw up, which is a lot of liquid, by the way. And this drink is so thick that it kind of jellifies. But it's too warm now, and we need to cool it down rapidly. And I don't remember how you did that. Because we need to basically walk on the surface to remove the booby trap on the car. And it's too warm and not jelly right now. It's so gross.